Eleanor and Park, a young adult novel written by Rainbow and Rowell, author of Fangirl, published on February 26, 2013 by St. Martin Press. The American Library Association gave the book a 2014 Michael L. Pritz Award Honor Book for Excellence in Young Adult Literature. The New York Times Book Review named it one of the 7 notable children's books of 2013. Indies' Choice Young Adult Book of the Year by the American Bookseller Association. Eleanor and Park take place in the late 1986 in the city of Omaha, Nebraska. The story revolves around Eleanor, a 16-year-old girl with long curly red hair and a curvy figure, who enjoys reading and music, and Park, a half-Korean 16-year-old boy that loves comics and music and practices Taekwondo. When Eleanor has just returned to her home in Omaha after being kicked out by Richie for almost a year and forced to stay with acquaintances, she faces serious problems when her stepfather abuses Sarah, who is Eleanor's mother, physically and verbally. Eleanor is always in pain, living with her 4 siblings, having to share a bathroom with them, and not having even a miserable toothbrush. And there's Park, a boy who has a perfect family, a father and a mother that love each other, and a younger brother, Josh, who always messes around with him. When Eleanor gets on her bus on her first day of school, there's nowhere to sit. Everyone already has their seats, and everyone notices her. Maybe because of her hair, or the way she's dressed, which Park thought that was inevitable not to notice. After being standing by the aisle for a few minutes, Park scooted towards the window so Eleanor could sit down. After that morning, Park praised that Eleanor wouldn't speak to him during the way to school, and to home on the bus, and even in the class leisure. After a few days, everything started to change when Park notices that Eleanor is always reading his comics while they are on the bus. For the next days, Park places every morning a bunch of comics on Eleanor's seat. Eleanor is surprised by the change, but doesn't say anything. Eleanor and Park have never talked, until Park decided that it was time to make conversation with her, even if it's about comics. Later, Park and Eleanor start talking about comics and music. Park even lends Eleanor his Walkman to listen to mixtapes he has made for her. Eleanor and Park start connecting in an indescribable way. Park quickly falls in love with Eleanor. He even described her like art, which wasn't supposed to look nice, it was supposed to make you feel something. And Eleanor, the beautiful redhead, with freckles and pink lips, start falling in love with the hot Korean boy, her own miracle, her hero. But having Park wasn't easy. Eleanor wasn't allowed to have a boyfriend. If her mother knew, she would be grounded and Richie would kill her. She hides her relationship with Park, keeping it as her most precious secret, something that no one was allowed to touch. But that's not the only difficult thing Eleanor has to deal with. Bullying at the school is getting worse, with someone writing disgusting things on her notebooks, or even her clothes being thrown in the toilet. Everything gets worse when bullying becomes too much and Park gets involved in a fight with one of the boys who's constantly bothering Eleanor. This got Park grounded, with no permission to have a girlfriend, and with his mother angry with the girl that is causing everything. After a few weeks, Park invites Eleanor to his home, and since then they always hang out at Park's home where they listen to music, discuss about comics, and simply enjoy the company of each other, with Eleanor's mother thinking she has gone to a friend's house. Months pass, and their relationship grows more and more, feeling they can stay away from each other, not even for days or even hours. The story ends when Richie discovers Eleanor's relationship with Park. Eleanor runs away from home with Park's help to her uncle's house in St. Paul, Minnesota. They say goodbye, breaking their hearts in a million pieces. Since then, Park always writes letters to Eleanor, but there's no response. After almost a year, Park stopped sending letters. He stopped fighting for her. And months later, Park receives a postcard that Eleanor has written to him, only 3 words long. My favorite part of the book is when Park describes holding Eleanor's hand like holding a butterfly, or a heartbeat, like holding something complete and completely alive. Because he described it like something so precious and delicate that only demonstrates the love he has for her. This book welcomed me to a whole new idea of what is meant to be love, what is meant to be so broken that you don't know how to keep all the pieces together. It convinced me that there are a lot of people out there that are just so brave, that have so much courage, but are not noticed. It showed me that bullying and domestic abuse is such a big thing people should take responsibility for, and that it's a real thing and it affects children in more ways than we can imagine. The author presents topics that are common in today's society, like child abuse, bullying, and body image, which are represented by Eleanor, who is just a teenage girl dealing with everything at the same time that only makes her self-conscious and depressed. My favorite character was Park, his energy, the way he describes every detail about the things that he loves makes you fall in love with him, and with the idea of love. The way he protects Eleanor and the way he wants to make her happy in every way possible, and also his positive attitude toward life makes him my favorite character. The story was originally well written. The characters' relationships were powerful. The book is impressively obsessive. I enjoy reading this book because it makes you see what life can be. The way Rowell describes every detail makes you want to keep reading and fall even more for the characters. It also represents the life of many teenagers at times and the difficulties they face, creating a very good combination of fiction and reality. I will recommend this book. It's entertaining, original, truly beautiful, such a disarming story, something that doesn't compare to anything I have ever read.